In this AlignMix video, you will learn how to use the lasso tools that are found in AlignMix. There are actually 4 different lasso tools, and you can access those tools here in the home menu under Lasso zip codes. When you click that, you will see the 4 tools that you can select. The Lasso zip codes tool allows you to lasso a custom area on the map, and you can lasso zip codes and accounts using this tool. The circle zip code tool is a lasso that creates a circle and will show you the radius as you drag that tool outward. The lasso territory tool will capture an entire territory or multiple territories, and the circle territories tool will operate the same way as the circle zip code tool. So let's start with the lasso zip code tool. And now when we zoom into an area, if we click and lasso, you will lasso zip codes and accounts by default, and you can change that in the alignment scope. When I let go of the left button on the mouse, we will see a map query showing all the data that I've just lassoed in that area. And you can see a count of all the accounts, a count of all the zip codes, and it will sum up all the data sets that are found in this file for this lassoed area. From here, you can click on Next and assign that lassoed area to a new territory, to an existing territory, unassign those zip codes and accounts, delete those accounts, and even reset account overrides. For now, let's do nothing and click on Close. Now let's select the Circle Zip Code tool. We click that one, and now we click and drag out the tool. And you can see that the cursor is in the shape of a circle and is capturing all the zip codes that are found within the radius. As I drag that radius out, you will see that number increase in size. When you let go, you will see the identical pop-up as we saw earlier, but now for this circle lassoed area. All the data is summed up for that circle, and if you click on Next, you get the same type of options that we saw earlier. So let's click here on Close. Before we move on, let's set a territory label to show total sales for every territory. To do that, we click here on Configure Layers, select territories here from the left, and we'll click on the plus button to set a new label, and we want sales, like that, and click on OK. Now, let's go back to the Lasso Zip Code tool. If we lasso an area now, you will see a red number appear in the middle of the lasso. And that red number is the territory sales label that I have set on all the territories. So any numeric data label you have set will populate in any of the lasso tools that you are using on your map. So now, if we let go, we get the same summary, but you will see the sales figure here in the query matches exactly what we have in the center of the lasso we just made. And the same thing will apply to the Circle Zip Code tool. So if we test that out now, Circle Zip Codes, click and drag out, you will see the radius populates and also the sales for that circle we are creating using the Circle tool. So let's let go and now click here on Close. So moving on, let's now select the Lasso Territory tool. Selecting that tool, we can now click and select an entire territory. And you'll notice that I've only lassoed a small portion of that territory, but it's actually captured the whole thing. And you can see that with the red outline. When I let go, you will see a summary of what we've just lassoed. You can then click on the Zip Codes tab, see all the zip codes, and also the accounts that are assigned to this territory. Clicking on Next, you can assign this territory to a new district, assign it to an existing district. If you've lassoed more than one territory, you can merge them into one, or you can even delete the territory you've lassoed. So let's click on Close and now lasso several of them. And now we let go. And from here, we see the same options as we did earlier, but now we have 3 territories here. Clicking on Next, I can merge them all into one territory and click on Finish, and you'll see one territory has now been created out of the 3 that we lassoed. And finally, let's move on to our Circle Territory tool, and let's zoom out a little bit. Clicking and dragging out, you will see that this tool is a combination of the Circle Zip Code tool and also the Territory Lasso, because you will have a circle being pulled out and it will capture entire territories. When you let go, you will see that same summary that we saw in the Territory Lasso, and then we can click on Next and we have those same options. So let's click here on Close. And there you go. You've just learned how to use the lasso tools that are found in AlignMix.